Next thing you do is you take the part, place it in the car the way it goes, in the direction it goes. Simply slide the rear back a little bit, slide it right down in there. There it is. That's how it sits. Just so you're gonna know. Just drop it in there. It's the only place it can go. It moves a little bit, but until you put the screws in there, it's going to be loose. Now you put the rear suspension in where it belongs. It belongs under the piece in the back, and there's where it sits. Next thing you do is take the plate. Make sure you use the right side. That's the side down. Just set it in place. You can only go one way. Next, put a little bit of Loctite, because you're screwing a new screw into an aluminum part. It's not plastic. You're going to put a little Loctite on the end of the screw. Just drop it in the hole, and it will catch the threads. You don't have to worry about that. And then, sorry my big hand's in the way. Try to do it so it's not in the way here. Just turn the screw. You may have to push it up a little bit from the bottom so it'll catch. But it's already in place, you don't have to worry about it. That one caught. That means this one will catch. See, it's screwing it down already. It's screwing the aluminum part to the metal plate. Don't tighten it down just yet. Now get the rest of your screws. Don't put Loctite on. Do not. I believe the big screws are to the back, or no? Maybe, maybe not. Yes, the big screws, the long screws, go to the rear. And just screw it down. Like so. And put the rest of the screws in. So it's basically in. You could just pretty much put it together and drive it, but you got to tighten it down, of course. I like to use an Allen to snug them down the rest of the way. That's just me, because that way I can feel the torque. Again, that's just me. When you build hot rods and you build a motor, you don't want to over torque anything. All that does is stretch the bolt, put stress on the hole and the threads. Last thing you want to do is pull a motor apart, and I'll have to put it easy out to get a bolt out that breaks, or to drill it out and tap it for new threads. It's in. It's done. That easy. Or you can do it like the other guy on YouTube tells you, to fiddle it around and twist it in and bend this with a screwdriver and pull that wire out of it. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Take the plate out, put the part in, screw it down, you're done. As I was tightening down this screw that goes right here, I went a little too tight. Now I could put some Loctite on it, thinking that that will work, but it won't. Loctite on the plastic dissolves the plastic. Best thing you can do, if you have a metal screw going to a piece of plastic that strips, or beginning to strip, get a little bit of black RTV silicone. You don't need much, just put a little bit on the end of the screw. That's probably a little too much. Just put it in the threads. You'll have to let it sit for 24 hours. But the silicone will adhere to the plastic and it won't come out. This is why I tell you, do not use screwdrivers when screws going into plastic. Now 24 hours, that'll be as strong as if it was steel. Okay, so you have to let it set. Now you can see the new part in there. Let me zoom in a little bit. There it is. Right there. Next, you have to put your dog bone in, like so, and get it in on top of, I can't hold the camera, you get it in on top of the ball joint, and hold it there with a screwdriver. It's on. Okay, as you can see, there's the ball joint. Simply put it over top, the dog bone over top, and sorry my big arm's in the way. Push! There it is. Now flip it over. Do the same thing on the other side. Put the dog bone in over top of the ball joint. It's so hard to show you because I got to put my fat head in here. This side I have to hold the joint. But you push and it goes on. And then lastly, you put the last dog bone on the ball joint. Simply put it on top, as you can see, and push. It's done, brothers. Let me zoom out here. It's done. As you can see, it's done. Done, done, done. That simple. Very easy job. And it's done. This is it. And put your wheels and tires back on. Done. We will call that done. Here's some tools that come in with the Glamis UNO and the Glamis Fear. Your lug wrench for your tires. A wrench I could have used in this video to take the dog bone off of the existing ball joint. Comes with some Allen keys, a binding key, and this is the extra pinion gear that comes with it. There's a 24. That's what was in this car, and I changed it to whatever was in there. As you can see, they both broke in the same place. This one is off of the Glamis UNO. This one's off of the Glamis Fear. The exact same place. So if you buy a Glamis UNO or a Glamis Fear, make sure you buy the aluminum Camber Mount, and you'll never have a problem. That's it. That's all there is to it, dudes. Check back soon, because we're going to have a review on that car, a review on that truck, a review on that, all kind of goodies.